Let's fucking go, dude. Another quadra. 2 days in a row I got a quadra. Hey, but nobody wants to believe in me, man. Hey, do you think an account gets doomed for ranked? I don't know. It's Riot changed something with the way they do ranked this season, dude. They do like they have like Smurf queues and stuff now. So I'm assuming that if you played enough games, you would be able to get out of your like quote unquote doomed account. You know what I mean? I would say though that there is like a certain amount of like mental gymnastics you can end up doing if you always think an account is doomed, because then that can always have you perpetually making new Smurfs to try to get into easier games, because you keep thinking that the problem is the account, not the gameplay. So I have seen that there's like some people who have like, you know, like 20 accounts and they're like all in silver. Like, okay, well clearly not the account problem. So I would say that unless you're like trying to get into like higher elo, like unless you're trying to get into like master, diamond, challenger, I wouldn't worry too much about the account, because you can most likely fix whatever the error is, right? But if you're trying to get into like master with like a sick LP gain, whatever, it might make sense to go on a fresh account rather than like an old account that you were like experimenting with all 5 roles on and a bunch of shit. Just because if you play on one account and on that one account you only play your best champions in your main role, you dodge if you don't get your main champions in your best role, you can probably climb faster because you can get better gains per win and less losses per loss. But unless those are your aspirations, I would say it's best to just have like maybe 1 or maybe 2 accounts. Maybe you have one that's like for experimenting and one that's like for climbing, and then just keep it simple. You're not just running around doing random shit. Is 15-15 bad? It's not bad. I mean, I have accounts that are like that as well, so it's not bad. It's just that depends what your win rate is and depends what rank you're in, you know? It definitely means that you're going to have a positive win rate to climb. If you want an artificial boost of MMR on your account, I think you can dodge your promos. So basically like promote and then dodge your promos, and then you should start gaining more, and then get back into your promos and dodge your promos again. This is a trick I've seen some people do. I don't do it personally, like ever, but some people that I talk to, they do that to get better gains. Since you're losing LP without losing games, it makes you gain more, you know? Main has an MMR of Iron 2. Not worth it by Diana at all. That's so bad by her. The flash and everything. The reason I ran at her is because she was level 3, no? I guess she was level 4. I thought she was... No, she was level 3 and then she took Scuttle and that made her level... That's what it was. Hopefully they don't sandwich me here. I don't think they will. I don't know what you think you're doing, man. You are not winning that. Diana thinks she's a little bit stronger than she really is. I'm not going to turn my W on because I want that speed boost. We're going to get out of Galio taunt. Clap him here. And then follow. There you go. Perfectly played right there. We don't use the we do not use the W speed up boost when we're running like right behind him, you know? Because then when I hit him, I can then save it for keeping up with him if he dashes or some shit like that. That worked out real nice right there. Maybe as an MR Iron 2, I'm in Bronze 3, 51% win rate. Yeah, no, at that rank, dude, I would tell you don't even worry about the account. Focus on gameplay. I've literally been coaching my girl every once in a while when I have free time. She was learning jungle. She started as a support player. She was learning jungle. While learning jungle, she fell all the way down to like low bronze because she was just like trying new champions. She was playing like 5 different junglers, just playing random shit every game, just like kind of guesstimating everything, like no precise action on making the account climb. Then I just basically had her focus on Fiddlesticks because I can obviously help her with Fiddlesticks a lot. And then I've just been like critiquing the gameplay, and she's been watching my games, and now she's already climbed from oh, that was it. Oh, I exhausted him to not take extra damage there from him. That was very clean. But yeah, she's climbed from like B4. She's about to be into Silver 1 already because she only plays Shyvana Fiddle now. She doesn't play like a bunch of random stuff. She just plays Shyvana Fiddle. So like when you zero in like that, it can be really, really helpful. What should I build? I think I'm gonna go straight tank this game. Let's try out a Sunfire Aegis in one purchase. You know what I mean? Like, let's live on the edge a little bit. I'm 402. Let's just buy a straight up Sunfire Aegis, no boots, and just smack people with it. But yeah, with that rank, bro, I would recommend you to just... I would one trick and get to the point where like every game, even when you lose, you have like the best carry score on your team. You're like the man in every game. If you're like the man in every game, like you are the shot caller, the best guy on the rift every time you queue up in that elo, in no time you'll climb, because you'll eventually have like a 65% win rate on your main champion after a lot of work put in. I'm talking you got to play like 100 something games straight of him to really get to that level of cleanliness. Then it will pay off. You'll be like, oh shit, I'm good now. Like it'll just be noticeable, you know? Let's go, come on. Thank you. Look how tanky I am. Look at my HP. Got the full Sunfire Aegis. What can they do to me right there? I'm just a beast. I'm an absolute beast, dude. And the thing I like about Sunfire Aegis is it actually does good damage. I already did 521 damage. I'd been thinking about this for a while after they buffed Sunfire Aegis. I was like, why don't I try Sunfire Aegis Shyvana now that it's been buffed? Nice try, buddy. I respect it. Yeah, I'd been thinking about that. I've been like, why don't I try this item? I got Conqueror. I'm not really afraid of this. Now I'm dead. Now I'm dead. Yeah, now I'm dead. Just because of Galio. Rolled it a little bit. I have no dragon form. If I had dragon form, I would have won that. What killed me there? It was Senna. It was AD. They're like AD, right? No, they're mixed. I think what I do then is I go Ionian boots. I go Ionian boots into a cloth armor. We're just gonna build a bunch of resistances, and then I might get like a Titanic Hydra or something like that. Is Eve card this good, champ pool? Yeah, it's really good. But I'll tell you this, that in your rank, you are gonna have to get very clean at Eve or Karthus because you can't really impact the game that much early game. And what's gonna happen is there's gonna be a certain percentage of games that your team auto loses all lanes because the other jungler is running around like an animal just ganking every lane. So you're gonna have a match where you go against like a Warwick or a Hecarim, and he's gonna be like 4-0 before you're level 6. And in those games, unless you are like squeaky clean good, you're gonna lose those games. Because you're gonna have to get like 20 kills those games. Because you basically sabotaged your entire team being relevant just so that you could farm. You know what I'm saying? Because the nature of those types of champions is that I sacrifice my team so that I can be strong, basically. So you gotta understand that if you're playing those type of champions, it comes with the responsibility that you need to pop off consistently. Otherwise, there's literally no point in playing those type of champions, and you're far better off playing some shit like Nunu or Volibear or like Zac or like you know, Xin Zhao, Nocturne, something that can impact the game a little bit more, I would say. But I personally play scaling champions. Like my main 2 champions are Fiddlesticks and Shyvana, so I've really worked on the playstyle of like how to carry once I get my gold. You know what I mean? But yeah, those champions are good, man. Evelynn especially. Karthus is fine, but there's a lot of players who they get like stuck on Karthus and they're like not very good at League. And I used to be a Karthus one trick. My first season I ever played, I was a Karthus mid one trick, season 9. That's like that was my main shit right there. Every game was Karthus mid, but it can ingrain these really bad habits into you because the way Karthus works is like you always win, you know? Like, oh, you killed me, I still win. You know, like every time you make a mistake, you get the chance to still influence the fight, right? And that can be really bad because with other champions that are not Karthus, when you make a mistake, you don't get to impact anymore. Like if I'm Evelynn and I get CC'd and died, it's over. My play is done. I messed up. I no longer get to influence that play until I respawn, right? So it teaches you to like be very like precise with everything you do. Whereas when you play Karthus, you can get in this habit where you're like, I'm just gonna kamikaze, run in there. If I die, I die, and then I'm gonna press R and get like a double kill. And so then it encourages you to not focus as much on being clean. Is a bad habit, but I think that just like any other champion, being good at Karthus is a skill. Like not every Karthus climbs, and not every Karthus is good at playing Karthus, you know? So there's definitely like you can definitely play those 2 champions and climb basically to challenger, any elo you want, you know? It's just that you have, if you're gonna play those 2, you have like a pretty one-dimensional playstyle. That's just the facts. Wait, why are they so tanky? So she did heal, ult, ignite. They literally have heal, ult, and ignite there. That's just nuts. They had it all, man. Okay, so what do I get next? Maybe I get Bramble next so they can't just do that to me anymore. I'll get Bramble Vest. And I'll get like Bramble, and then I'll get Tiamat and a Ruby Crystal. I used to play early champs, but sometimes game drags. Yeah, right. If you play early champs, you gotta close the game out fast. And that's a totally different skill as well. Or you just make the enemies like wanna FF. You know what I mean? Like if you play like a really nasty Xin Zhao or something, you can make the enemy just stop trying because they're so mentally tilted over how badly their jungler is getting out jungled. A different skill set. It requires a lot of invades, a lot of combat. You gotta constantly be ganking and looking for fights and like starting problems so that the enemy has to fight you and shit.
The dragon nears. Your turret has been destroyed.
I can't take him. What am I kidding?
An ally has been slain. They should run now. An ally has been slain.
Didn't expect the turn. I mean, laners complain anyway. That's true. Yeah, they're gonna complain regardless, but for sure you're gonna get more complaints playing Shyvana than playing Warwick. Or playing, like, you know, Udyr or some shit. It's a lot easier to keep your laners happy playing like Nunu. Because I can tell you, because I've played both. Like, when I was a tank jungler, I used to play, like, basically almost only tanks Season 9. It was very easy to keep my team morale high. It was very easy to get everyone on the same page and happy because I'm a gank, like, 8 times before they're level 6. And so I'm getting them kills. I'm not taking farm. They can steal my buffs if they want to. I don't need them. Like, there's so many benefits to playing some shit like Ivern or Nunu for team morale, but it sucks because then if your team plays poorly, you know, your team plays bad, then you can't really do anything. So it's a double-edged sword, you know. Try a little bit of MR. Run. This Diana keeps thinking they're gonna win the fight. I don't know why. Like, what about me makes them think they can take me? Yeah, keep running because they're coming to kill me. Yep. Played that really well. Always try to get off one last E if you can before your dragon form ends like that. So that you can clear a camp faster. Little things like that add up a lot. I'm gonna go back real quick. Go Wit's End, and then maybe I'll end it with like a Warmogs. Maybe we do, yeah, maybe we do, what's it called? What's it called? Thornmail Warmogs or Spirit Visage might be really nice too. I'm going for it, fuck it.
Killing spree. Enemy killing spree. Enemy double kill. Shut down.
What was I watching, man?
On wings of fury.
Here's one of my favorite Shyvana builds right here. Is one of the tank mythics with Titanic Hydra and then like Wit's End and bunch of resistances. Like, it's nice.
The enemies of Demacia fall.
Are you kidding me? How much shit did they use on me right there? He flashed. He ignited. He flashed. Yeah, they used like a bunch on me right there, man. That's crazy. These guys are really committed. Pretty annoying, I'm gonna lie. Not very good. Yeah, I was gonna say the Sunfire Cave seems pretty bad.
I smell fear.
Woo! Let's fucking go, dude. Another quadra. 2 days in a row, I got a quadra. Hey, but nobody wants to believe in me, man. Dudes are trying to FF. I need a penta soon, though, man.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
Nice. I think my quadra yesterday was a little bit sexier, but this one wasn't bad. I'm not gonna lie. This one was all right. Feels good to be playing Shyvana again, like every day. Yeah, I love this champion so much. So versatile. Obviously, gotta honor my homie, the tank Annie, coming through clutch. Nice, dude. I did the most damage in the game, and I tanked the most damage in the game. That's what you like to see right there. Just barely tanked more than Tryndamere. Just barely.